Welcome to eBike Review. My name's Luke, and in today's video, we're going to be rating this bike in 4 categories. We're going to be looking at quality of the bike, the components, quality of the ride, customer service, and price to performance.
Welcome to the service room. Now this is the red crimson cherry Velotric. Alright, so we're going to jump into these components, kind of do a little price comparison for you guys, show you what these actually cost, talk a little bit about the quality of each part, and kind of just go through the bike in general. Alright, so we're going to start with the motor. We're looking at a 750 watt rear hub drive. It's a true 750 watt nominal with a 75 Newton meter output. For the drivetrain, we have a Shimano Altus 8-speed derailleur with the KMC chain, a 46 tooth chain ring, pretty standard parts here. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the most important part of the bike, the brakes. Everybody wants to know how fast you can go, but not how fast you can stop. So up on the front here, we have Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. These are 180 millimeter rotors with brake inhibitors as well. So basically that'll stop the bike when you touch the brakes. What's nice about these brakes as well, they use pretty standard brake pads. You can pretty much find these anywhere. They run about 15-20 bucks. Battery's pretty nice. We have a 48 volt, 705 watt hour battery, UL certified Samsung LG. Pops out very nicely, slides in very nicely. So most e-bikes around this price point typically have off-brand or third-party or unrecognizable suspension. These guys, for example, have the D5s, which I've never seen or experienced before. Now these forks have 80 millimeters of travel with lockouts in the front as well. Alright, some other honorable mentions is the rear motor plug here. It's got the nut on it so it locks in, so that way if your foot hits it, it's not going to knock itself out and you get an error code, so that's a nice little feature there. All of the cables, the brake cables and the shifting cables are ran through the frame of the bike, so just be aware of that if you're ever going to work on your own bike. The other thing about these is they don't have the quick release. They have this through axle that can be taken off with a 6 millimeter Allen wrench. You got these nice front and rear lights. And then we have an adjustable neck, so you can kind of change your posture. All right, so now we're going to get into the quality of the ride. We're going to turn the bike on. We're looking at a 3.5 inch full color LCD display, very pretty. This is our remote over here. Pretty fancy, a lot of stuff going on. So on our display we have our riding mode and then our basic information at the bottom, which we can function through. Our assist levels on the right. What's cool about this bike is that it has 3 different riding modes and then 5 levels of assist within each mode. So we have 3 modes, boost, trail, and eco, and then if we go back out we can change our pedal assist level again within each mode. 5 levels of pedal assist. 1 is the least, 5 is the most. We also have this button on the bottom of the remote that can change the riding mode while you ride, which is pretty convenient. So overall, it's pretty nice. We also have blinkers. I'm not a big fan of blinkers on e-bikes. I think they're a little bit overkill. Hand signals will always reign supreme. But hey, why not? Looks cool. Now the actual ride feel of this bike is pretty phenomenal for the price point. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is this throttle. It's kind of in a weird position, but in terms of the ride feel, the torque sensor is very smooth, which is relieving because a lot of these companies boast torque sensors, but there are different kind of torque sensors out there. So Velotric is great. We're tackling about a 10% grade hill right there in Eco 5. This motor's got some serious power. Overall, I think you're going to be really happy with the ride feel of this bike. It's not jerky at all. Brakes are great, standard hydraulic disc rotors. So I think in all, I'm going to give this bike a 4 out of 5 in terms of ride quality. I loved everything about it. They nailed the torque sensor. The geometry feels right. The only thing I have to knock is that throttle. I just hate it.
So as an e-bike shop owner, I deal firsthand with customer service and warranty from all these manufacturers. And I will say Velotric has been one of the better companies to work with so far. Last week we ordered a new brake and a crank arm on warranty. The brake took about 3 days to get in, which is really good, while the crank took about a week. and I needed to reach out to my rep to remind him. Overall, for a newer company, that's pretty decent. I'm going to give these guys a 3 out of 5 for the customer service rating. Another nice part about Velotric is that so far they've had every part in stock. A lot of these bigger brands like Rad and Aventon seem to run out of parts occasionally, and then it makes it really difficult to get those in, and it's pretty frustrating when you can't get an ETA on parts on your bike. So Velotric, great job on your customer service. Our rep, our direct rep for Flagstaff, has been great. He's very responsive, answers all my calls and emails. So again, I'm giving them a 3 out of 5 for customer service. So now we're going to talk about price to performance. As it currently stands at the time of this video, this bike runs $1,900 with a torque sensor, a true 750 watt motor, a battery that will do, they boast 75 miles. Haven't actually tested that out yet, so we'll have to do that. Hydraulic name brand brakes, beautiful color LCD display, 15 levels of different assistance and throttle, front and rear lights, fenders, suspension. I mean, honestly, overall, I'd probably rate this about a 4 to 5 for price to performance. This is a fantastic bike, and I'm very happy with it.
All right, so all in all, we're going to give this bike a 3.5 out of 5. It's a great bike for the price point. Definitely recommend it if you're just getting into e-bikes and looking for a nice cruiser commuter.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, if you want us to do more videos, leave a comment below on what bike we should do next.